Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Flame Emperor episode number 78 based on novel. So let's start. Damn it! Master! Xiao Yan also shouted loudly. There was no way out of this. How did Xiao Yan know that Yu Xian suddenly became furious? Even if Yu Xian in the normal state has the strength of the 8-star Do Di perfection level, Xiao Yan is not able to fight. If Yu Xian is in this state of rage, then Xiao Yan's survivability is small and pitiful, let alone pitiful. Confronted head-on. This Yu Xuan is the patriarch of the Qianmuyu clan, and he actually treats Xiao Yanzi like this. Could it be? The Golden Dragon King also seemed to be thinking about something, and then said slowly. The next moment he also walked towards Xiao Yan's place. Humph! Yu Xian, who was beside him, also found that he had missed the shot, then turned his head again and roared away at Xiao Yan. However, his anger has also decreased a lot. After all, he clearly hit this person just now. Why did he appear in front of him so well? This human being filled with flame aura does not seem to be simple. Although Yu Xian can feel that Xiao Yan is only a mid-stage 4-star Do Emperor, the flame aura all over his body makes Yu Xian feel extremely uneasy. What's more serious is that Yu Xian seems to have felt a frightening fluctuation from this passage, but he has never noticed it. Senior, wait a minute. Xiao Yan frowned as he watched Yu Xuan's eye attacking him, and then waved. Obviously, Xiao Yan at this time also knew that no matter what he did, he would not be the opponent of Yu Xian, who was at the perfect level of the 8-star Do Emperor. Boy, where did this flame aura come from in your body? Yu Xian also knew that he had just disregarded his image, and that the patriarch of his dignified Qianmuyu clan actually attacked this boy angrily, and now he feels a little regretful when he thinks about it. Let me do it. The Golden Dragon King watched the play, and seemed to notice that Yu Xian had stopped attacking, and then slowly appeared. It's strange to say, just now the Golden Dragon King existed in the passage with the power of soul, and Yu Xian didn't find out. The strength of the Golden Dragon King, even the current soul body, is so terrifying. Who is it? Yu Xian also shouted angrily, because from the deep voice just now, Yu Xian felt a tremor from the depths of his soul. This kind of tremor can only appear on a strong person who is much stronger than himself. Yu Xuan himself is the patriarch of the Qianmuyu clan, an 8-star Do Emperor perfection level powerhouse, if he is stronger than this. As soon as the Golden Dragon King's voice fell, he appeared. Golden light filled his body, and then a pair of dragon eyes slowly stared at Yu Xian with a smile on his face. Ha ha, how cool is it to bully my disciple? The Golden Dragon King just dropped his voice, and he attacked Yu Xian without saying a word. The human-like Golden Dragon King just appeared, but without saying a word, he launched an attack on Yu Xian. He raised his slightly pale palm and attacked it viciously. The next moment, the Golden Dragon King's palm swelled up instantly, turning into dragon claws. Golden scales covered the entire palm, and the terrifying power above the dragon claws also permeated, and then he roared away at Yu Xian. My master is trying to confront Yu Xian head-on. Xiao Yan also said in his heart. Legend has it that the Golden Dragon King is the strongest person closest to the dragon god, so even in the current state of the soul body, his strength is not as strong as before, and it is easy to deal with Yu Xian, not to mention that the Golden Dragon King is a strong man with power to the limit. If it is with the power of the flesh, I am afraid that this continent is also unmatched. Cough, cough. Yu Xian's expression became ugly when he faced the terrifying blow from the Golden Dragon King. Because of the brief collision just now, Yu Xian also knew that he had used almost all of his fighting chi power to defend, so he still had the disadvantage. After a brief collision, the fighting spirit in Yu Xian's body also became disordered. The reason was because of the seemingly random strike from the Golden Dragon King. Xiao Yan watched the battle from the sidelines, but Xiao Yan also found that since the arm of his master turned into dragon claws, the aura of his whole body has become as stable as Mount Tai. Then the next moment, the Golden Dragon King's dragon claws and Yu Xian's fighting spirit attacked together viciously. Even this enclosed space became extremely unstable, which was obviously caused by the Golden Dragon King's power. Ha ha, you have no right to know who I am. After the short fight against Yu Xian, the Golden Dragon King pulled his hand away, and then slowly uttered a sentence. Hearing this, Yu Xian was not at all unhappy. After all, this is a world where the strong are respected. The strength of the mysterious power in front of him is too terrifying, and Yu Xian can only restrain his displeasure. But Yu Xian also noticed the arrogant tone of the mysterious powerhouse's words. "Aren't you from the Xianling royal family?" Yu Xian also understood at this time, and he seemed to be wrongly blaming this human boy with milky white flames all over his body. Although he also has the aura of flames on his body, he is obviously not on the same level as the group of people who destroyed their family before. "Senior, I just summoned your remnant soul to challenge you, but you chased me like crazy and attacked me. If I hadn't had some life-saving means, I wouldn't have survived the terrifying attack just now." Xiao Yan also walked up slowly, and then calmed down to Yu Xiandao, who seemed to know the truth. "When you summoned me just now, I felt that there was an extremely huge flame power in you. This power tilde seems to have the same effect as the Xianling royal family that destroyed our family thousands of years ago, so I also attacked you out of revenge." Yu Xian was also short-lived. Slowly after thinking about it. Although this is just a trace of the remnant of the soul, it is still wise. Therefore, after a brief fight with the Golden Dragon King, he knew that Xiao Yang was not the culprit, and immediately let go of his role as a strong man. After all, there is no way, this mysterious old man in front of him, just looking at his breath, is like an abyss. The tyranny of the attack just now is probably at least a powerhouse at the peak of Do Di. So Yu Xian was also polite to him. At first, Xiao Yang didn't know why Yu Xian launched an extremely terrifying attack on him as soon as he came out, but now that he heard Yu Xian's words, he was immediately full of black lines. "You said that the culprit who destroyed your clan thousands of years ago also possessed the power of flame. The reason why the Golden Dragon King on the side just launched an attack on Yushuan was to shock Yushuan. After all, only the strong would respectful." Seeing that his goal was achieved, he didn't speak, but the next moment, listening to Yu Xian's words, he suddenly thought of something. The power of fire. Could it be Shen Yang? Xiao Yang heard the words, his eyes also became hot, and then stared at Yu Xian blankly. Following the inquiry of his master, the Golden Dragon King, Yu Xian's figure was also deeply shocked, and then a very rare expression slowly radiated from his fish eyes, as if he recalled something extremely sad. "Senior." Xiao Yang also spoke slowly, although Yu Xian had said before that the group of people who destroyed their clan also had the power of flames, but after all, it was the revenge of the clan, and Xiao Yang was also afraid of this fish. Xian Zaidu became furious, so he opened his mouth and said, "Ha ha, it's okay. Since you are not that group, then I will tell you about it. After all, although my Jianmuyu clan has been destroyed, the things of my Jianmuyu clan can be easily obtained by this mysterious royal family." Yu Xian also said in a shocking voice. "As far as I know, the battle between your Jianmuyu clan and the Xianling royal family 1,000 years ago was a one-sided situation." The Golden Dragon King looked at Yu Xian and recalled something. After the plain battle, he was seriously injured and was lucky enough to come to this Xiantian Santian. At that time, it was at the beginning of the Zhuangtianshan power, so he also knew a little vaguely. "My lord, seeing that you have a very close relationship with this human being, I have a ruthless request." Yu Xian also said slowly, his pupils constantly transformed, and then the next moment, he stared at the Golden Dragon King in front of him. "Huh?" The Golden Dragon King's voice was full of doubts. Obviously, he is also in the state of the soul body. If Yu Xian asks him for something, he would not dare to rashly agree. After all, the soul body is the most important thing in consolidating the body. If there is a loss, then even Xiao Yang is the Golden Dragon King. Once he has condensed his body, his strength will be greatly reduced. Although I don't know why the adult has become a soul body, but there is a magical plant in my Qinmu fish family, which also has a strong recovery of soul power. If your lord gets it, I'm afraid there will be no problem in returning to the peak. Seemingly seeing the concerns of the Golden Dragon King, Yu Xian also slowly opened his mouth to tempt him. "Oh." The Golden Dragon King heard the words and slowly raised his arrogant forehead to look at Yu Xian. At this time, it seemed that the transaction had some value. The cultivation of soul power is very difficult, unless the pharmacist goes through special means to cultivate. And my current state is not a pharmacist, but because of my strength, my body was destroyed and my soul escaped. The thing you said doesn't seem to be of much use to me. The Golden Dragon King is also worthy of the most peak powerhouse, extremely old-fashioned facing Yu Xiandao. My lord, you don't know anything about it. Our Tianmuyu clan once controlled all the underground rivers in Xiantian Santian, so we are quite aware of these treasures. What I'm talking about is only useful for the powerhouse above Dozian. Because it also has a name, I believe you will not be unfamiliar. Yu Xian also smiled slowly, then stared at the Golden Dragon King in front of him, completely forgetting Xiao Yang and his mission of guarding the 9 fishes playing dragon array. What name? The Golden Dragon King also seemed to have thought of something, then slowly turned his head, glanced at Xiao Yang, and joked to Yu after confirming that he was fine. Fairy Bodhisattva. Yu Xian said lightly, and then he didn't say anything, but focused his eyes on the Golden Dragon King. If this level of treasure is unattractive to this adult, then his unkind request will only be a waste. What? It's actually a fairy body tree. The Golden Dragon King's shocking voice also slowly echoed in the passage. In the passages next to them, Mu Feng and Mu Yingying were both fighting in dire straits. The two they faced was also a 6-star Do Di level strongman from the Tianmuyu clan. Although he was a remnant soul, his strength not as big as before, but not to be underestimated. This is Xiao Yang's breath. I hope he's all right. Mu Feng also said solemnly, and then he didn't dare to neglect and concentrated on dealing with the guardian in front of him. Inside Mu Yingying's passage. Bastard. The constant scolding also came from the passage, because when Mu Yingying just entered the passage and summoned the guardian power of the Tianmuyu clan, she was in the exact same situation as Xiao Yang, but it was good. The power of the azure flame on Mu Yingying forced the guardian force to retreat. Otherwise, with Mu Yingying's current strength at the perfect level of a 4-star Do Emperor, it would be comparable to a 6-star Do Emperor's guardian. Enough. This power. Xiao Yang, you can't be okay. Mu Yingying slowly said in her heart when she felt the extremely shocking voice, and then the next moment, she increased her strength and attacked the guardian in front of her. And go. What a terrifying fluctuation, these Xiao Yang fools. To actually challenge the most powerful guardian. That's a powerhouse that is comparable to the 8-star Do Emperor level of human beings. It's really self-defeating. At the entrance of the passage, a pair of siblings also said slowly. Brother, ignore them. Even if they died in this 9-fish play dragon formation, no one would know. Let's go to the Xianling Emperor Pond first. Da Fatty also said. However, it is rumored that Xiao Yang killed the twin ghost emperors. Now, in my opinion, he is nothing more than a reckless man. Let's go. Xiao Shou finished laughing at Xiao Yang, but he didn't hesitate. He walked towards the bottom of the 9-fish playing dragon formation till there was also a look in the eyes of the golden fish in the hands of the two brothers and sisters. Like living things. What did you say? How could your Tianmuyu family have such a thing as a fairy body tree? This is a fairy thing. In the passage where Xiao Yang was accompanied by a roar of the Golden Dragon King, it also slowly echoed in the passage. My lord, I swear to the sky with this remnant soul, there is no false meaning in these words. My Tianmuyu clan did obtain a fairy body tree by chance, and even if the Xianling royal family destroyed our family, I still have confidence that the Xianling royal family cannot use the fairy body tree. The fish clan also said slowly. Xianling body tree is a kind of magical medicinal material that can only be absorbed by strong people above fighting immortals. Because its effect is also very obvious, that is to restore the user's soul power. Even if you only have a trace of your soul that is about to be broken, you can still recover to the peak if you have the body tree of immortal spirit. Xiao Yang also slowly appeared some information in his heart. Oh, it's just that the Xianling royal family has a strong fighting immortal who can absorb this fairy body tree. How can you be so sure that the Xianling royal family can't absorb it? Don't forget that the Xianling royal family has strong fighting immortals. After a brief surprise, the Golden Dragon King came back to his senses, and then said to Yu Xian that since he decided to trade, he would definitely be tempted. Of course I know. Because that's not the fairy tree. It's the mother of the fairy body tree. Yu Xian's voice full of jokes also slowly echoed in the passage. The mother of the fairy body tree. Xiao Yan raised his head and looked at Yu Xian with some difficulty. The mother of the fairy body tree, this top-level medicinal material, Xiao Yan is very clear about its efficacy. The mother of the fairy body tree, she is known as a holy object in the eyes of alchemists. Compared with the different fires that increase the quality and success rate of the medicinal herbs, it is undoubtedly the mother of the fairy body tree that is more exciting. Because there has been a rumor in the outside world. That is, if you get the mother of the fairy body tree, you must enter the holy realm. The soul power of the emperor level can obtain various benefits among the Do Di powerhouses of the same level. As for the promotion to the holy realm, for Xiao Yang, it is even more powerful. The soul power of the holy level is exactly the same as that of a fighting fairy. Moreover, the improvement of Xiao Yang's soul power is also due to his special status as a pharmacist. The soul power of the holy level is probably not reached by the valley owner of the Pill Valley in the Xuantian level sect. The moment Yu Xian finished speaking, Xiao Yang was also extremely excited. It's actually mother of the immortal Bodhisattva? The Golden Dragon King's body obviously changed slightly, and then blurted out these words with difficulty. The Golden Dragon King naturally knew the value of the mother of the fairy body tree, so he was quite moved. After all, to restore the soul power, it is not necessary to have all the mother of the fairy body tree. At that time, it can also help Xiao Yanzi advance to the soul power of the holy realm. Why not do it with the best of both worlds? I promise you. After a brief thought, the Golden Dragon King also said slowly. Thank you, sir. Yu Xian also bowed slowly to the Golden Dragon King. Don't be in a hurry to thank you. It is impossible for me to avenge the revenge of the clan with my current soul power, and I will not do similar things that violate my principles. The Golden Dragon King also said directly. After all, although he agreed to this Yushuan to trade with him, if Yushuan asked him to kill Xianling King, wouldn't that be nonsense? After all, I am a soul body now. I believe that many people know the famous Golden Dragon King, so the Golden Dragon King does not dare to appear rashly, otherwise it will lead to death. After all, there are still many things, and the Golden Dragon King still wants to do it. That's not what I'm asking for. Yu Xian didn't seem to be surprised by the words of the Golden Dragon King, but smiled lightly. What's that? The Golden Dragon King was also surprised. Sir, what I'm asking for is the last member of my Qianmuyu clan. Please also ask the adults to save her, so that the blood of my Qianmuyu clan can continue. Yu Xian also said with great enthusiasm, and then folded his hands and said respectfully. Where did this talk come from? The Golden Dragon King was also quite strange. Didn't the Qianmuyu family have been destroyed by the Xianling royal family? Why is there another clan now? To tell the truth, my lord, when my Qianmuyu clan was attacked by the Xianling royal family, I also sensed the future of my Qianmuyu clan through some means, so I would spare no expense to seal my newly born daughter, and thus escape the catastrophe, but I don't know how she is now. Yu Xian's loving voice also appeared slowly. Seal? Xiao Yang's pupils shrank when he heard the words. He had heard it a long time ago. Some people knew the powerful sealing technique at noon. This sealing technique can temporarily seal a person's power or vitality, thereby avoiding the pursuit of some natural enemies. Xiao Yan also did not expect that Yu Xian would have such a high level of fighting skills, and became more and more curious about Yu Xian. Thousands of years have passed, I'm afraid. The Golden Dragon King heard that there was no trace of joy, and some were worried. After all, with the eyesight and experience of the Golden Dragon King, it is natural to know that even if it is such a fighting skill that can seal life, after thousands of years, I am afraid. The sealing method of my Qianmuyu clan is a bit special. Even for thousands of years, my daughter has maintained her original appearance. But now that I count it, it's almost time for the seal to end. It is estimated that it will take another year at most. Yu Xian also glanced at Xiao Yang and said, "And 1 Ti, and 1 Ti? Then the deal is worth it. I promise you." The Golden Dragon King also smiled. "This is a conch. Once it is close to where my daughter is, it will emit a hot breath, and it will lead you to guide you. I sealed my daughter on the Medusa family's territory. In order to prevent others from knowing about the specific place, I don't know the remnant soul." Yu Xian also said slowly, and then the next moment, a dark brown the conch also slowly flew towards Xiao Yang. He came to Xiao Yang in a blink of an eye. Xiao Yang also stretched out his hand and took the conch, and the next moment, an extremely majestic seed breath also emanated from the dark brown conch. "Don't worry, Senior, since I promised you, my master and I will naturally help you complete it." Xiao Yang also said to Yu Xian. "Thank you so much." Yu Xian also said, "As for the mother of the fairy body tree, it was secretly protected by the Xianling royal family. After all, this thing is not something that can be absorbed by the immortal powerhouse. If there is no special way to absorb it, I am afraid that even this fairy bodhisattva can be absorbed. The defense of the mother of trees cannot be cracked." Yu Xian smiled and said, "Since the two of them have agreed to their cooperation, there is no need for him to hide and tuck them, and some things can also be told to the two people. This is natural. Even when I was at my peak, the mother of the fairy body tree would not dare to absorb it rashly, so if the Xianling royal family got it, I believe it would not be able to absorb it." The Golden Dragon King also laughed when he heard the words. "The mother of this fairy body tree is the 6th floor in the underground palace of the Xianling royal family." Yu Xian also continued. "The 6th floor." Xiao Yang murmured when he heard the words, because Xiao Yang also knew that the underground palace of the Xianling royal family was divided into 7 floors, and each floor contained extremely large treasures. The Xianling Emperor pond that Xiao Yang and the others entered was the 1st floor of the underground palace, but what was strange about Xiao Yang was that when he was on the 1st floor of the underground palace, there seemed to be no passage leading to the 2nd floor of the underground palace. "The 6th floor of the underground palace, you so sure? What if the Xianling royal family was secretly transferred?" The Golden Dragon King was worthy of being a cunning man, and he was worried that this was a trap, so he said, "Sir, don't worry, the mother of the fairy body tree is deeply rooted, and even the strong immortal warriors would not dare to move rashly, otherwise the energy tide will be attracted, and the Xianling royal family cannot bear that kind of loss. And I also have some connections with the mother of the fairy body tree, so I can confirm that I am on the 6th floor of the underground palace." Yu Xian is also to solve the problems for the Golden Dragon King. "Wang, it is quite difficult to get rid of the worries in your heart. It is also quite difficult to think about what you want." "That's good." The Golden Dragon King was relieved when he heard the words. Obviously, the things he was worried about were also answered by this Yu Xian. Although there are many treasures in the underground palace, there are also some dangers. After all, opportunities and dangers coexist. Yu Xian also said slowly, "But this is obviously for Xiao Yang. After all, Xiao Yang is now a 4-star fight. The strength of the Middle Emperor. If you want to break into this underground palace that the Xianling royal family regards as a treasure, it is tantamount to ascending to the sky. Since the mother of the fairy body tree is located on the 6th floor of the Xianling royal family underground palace, then things are much easier to handle." The Golden Dragon King also smiled slowly, but the rare fiery in his voice was not concealed at all. "Live. In any case, the mother of this fairy body tree must get it." After recovering the power of the soul at the peak, when Xiao Yang obtained a holy flame, he could start to gather his body for himself, and it would be another kind of rebirth at that time. But there is one thing I have to remind you of. The people in the Xianling royal family, for some reason, every strong person has more or less the power of flame. The power of that flame also has a very strong restraint on our Qianmu fish family. If my expectations are right, then the power of flame is stronger than the power of flame on this little brother. Yu Xian also said. Obviously, although the transaction has been completed, there are some things that must be explained clearly, otherwise the boat capsize in the gutter is a small matter, and it is a big deal if you can't save your daughter. Oh. Hearing the words, the Golden Dragon King's eyes became contemplative. Obviously, he was quite clear about the power of flames on Xiao Yang's body. Xiao Yang's flame power is more powerful, and only the legendary Holy Flame. At the beginning, the members of the Xianling royal family had just come to Zhuangtianshan, trying to go to the north of Zhuangtianshan to fight with those super sects in the mountains with strong emperor energy. In the middle of Xiantianshan, we found the place where our Qianmu fish inhabits. I still clearly remember which strong man of the Xianling royal family was a strong man with the peak strength of Do Di, ever since he discovered the treasure in the extremely huge underground river of our Qianmuyu clan. He also called a lot of strong people, so one day when we were resting, we attacked in a big way, thus destroying our Qianmuyu clan, but at that time, the men and horses summoned by the Xianling royal family also suffered heavy losses. Since then, there has been the power of the Xianling royal family. After they annexed the wealth of our Qianmuyu clan, their strength and power have also expanded rapidly, and this is the detachment of the Xianling royal family today. However, among the people who were called by the founder of the Xianling royal family, a large part of them had the power of flame, and the power of flame had a fatal suppression on our Qianmu fish family, so we were also defeated. So fast. Yu Xian also said slowly. The breath of flame. Xiao Yang also muttered to himself. Senior, do you still remember what that flame power is? Xiao Yang also asked. The power of that flame. I remember that I was born with a deep fear, as if my soul could burn. And the power is also extremely terrifying. Yu Xian also said with an ugly expression. Fear? Xiao Yang was still puzzled. This type of fear can appear as long as the soul power reaches a certain level. But the founder of the Xianling royal family encountered the backlash of the mysterious flame when he attacked our Qianmu fish clan. And according to my feeling, it seems that the flame on the founder of the Xianling royal family is not willingly attached to him, but more like control, because I feel a rather powerful force of resistance. Yu Xian also said slowly. Backlash? Xiao Yang frowned just now, and the next moment he heard Yu Xian's words, he was suddenly overjoyed. Because if thousands of years ago, the founder of the Xianling royal family encountered the backlash of the holy flame, then there would definitely be sequelae, and this holy flame was also forcibly absorbed, maybe it was not swallowed. If you forcibly swallow it, you can only rely on powerful strength to suppress the holy flame, just like your ancestor Xiao Xian, with the strength of the peak of the 9-star fighting saint, to forcibly suppress the 3 different flames. However, this kind of suppression also has its limits. Once it cannot be suppressed, the outbreak of the power of holy flame is extremely terrifying. Hee, you kid, don't be too happy too soon. The Golden Dragon King also found Xiao Yang with a happy face, and said indifferently. I know, but Xing Yang really seems to be in this mysterious royal family. This is easy to handle. Having a target is always easier than finding a needle in a haystack. The corner of Xiao Yang's mouth also grinned. Fen Zhu in his own body, even now, has only just broken through the immortal rank and is at the bottom of the immortal rank. If he devours this holy flame, then Xiao Yang also believes that only by virtue of the various advantages of Fen Zhu, among the same rank in invincible hand. Senior, don't worry. We will rescue your daughter. Xiao Yang also slowly touched the dark brown conch, then gently put it away and said to Yu Xian. Although I don't know if the flame on the founder of the Xianling royal family is the holy flame you mentioned, but I can be sure of one thing tilde in this underground palace, on the last floor, I felt some very familiar smells. That smell has the same effect as the flame power of the founder of the Xianling royal family back then. But I also felt some extremely subtle fluctuations, obviously guarding these extremely precious things. Yu Xian also looked at the endless void after thinking for a while. The 7th floor of the underground palace. Xiao Yang also murmured, but the excitement in his heart could not be concealed no matter what. If this holy flame really exists on the 7th floor of the underground palace of the Xianling royal family, then just wait for the right time. But I have to tell you in advance that the Xianling royal family seems to have a very close cooperation with some forces in the ghost world, and there will definitely be a powerhouse at the level of fighting immortals in the 7th floor of this underground palace. You have to think twice. Yu Xian also seemed to notice the smile on Xiao Yang's face, and said it too. I will always go to the 7th floor of the underground palace, and fighting immortal. The Golden Dragon King also snorted coldly, and then an extremely huge aura slowly emanated. This volatility? It's actually reached the level of a half-immortal. Yu Xian was also dumbfounded, because the fighting chi triggered by the soul power of the Golden Dragon King alone is terrifying as a half-immortal. If the Golden Dragon King recovered his soul power and possessed if you have a body, then its power will also be more powerful. Faced with such a terrifying pressure, Xiao Yang suddenly knelt down on both knees. After all, the breath that the Golden Dragon King was exuding at this time had reached the level of a half-step fighting immortal. This is not enough for Xiao Yang now. I've written down your business, don't worry. This king's words are hard to follow. The Golden Dragon King also slowly withdrew his breath and said. Before he finished speaking, the passionate dragon roar echoed in the passage. This is the aura of the king of the dragon clan, the Golden Dragon King. Even Yu Xian recognized the aura of the Golden Dragon King at this time. After all, this dragon clan is a household name in the human world. Just not to mention that their dragon clan has spent a lot of strong people in order to defend against foreign evil clans. This dragon clan can be trusted just a little bit. After all, the dragon clan is an arrogant group that is hard to follow. The thoughts left by this remnant of my soul are also for these few things. Now that things are understood, it is also a big worry for me. You little guy came here to enter the Xianling Emperor Pond, right? After the Golden Dragon King agreed to Yushi's request, he also stood there quietly, like a standing figure, and Yushi also had no self-control. Instead of disturbing the uninteresting, he turned his attention to Xiao Yang next to him. Junior just wanted to use the formation stone of the predecessor to enter the Xianling Emperor Pond. Xiao Yang did not hesitate and said to the fish. Now that they have close cooperation, they will not embarrass him if they want to come to this fish show. Otherwise, this fish show alone is comparable to the strength of a human 8-star fighting emperor, and Xiao Yang may only be defeated and run away. The Xianling Emperor Pond. It's really a good thing. However, outsiders only know that this is the Xianling Emperor Pond, but they don't know that this Xianling Emperor Pond was originally a forbidden place for our Qianmu fish family. Slowly, there was regret in his voice. What's going on? Originally, Xiao Yang's heart hadn't calmed down because of the mother of the fairy body tree and Xingyang, but now hearing Yu Xian's words, his heart was fluctuating violently. Yu Xian's words clearly meant that he knew the Xianling Emperor Pond very well. Because Yu Xian also said that this Xianling Emperor Pond is the forbidden area of their Tianmuyu clan, but it was later changed to Xianling Emperor Pond after being invaded by the Xianling royal family. Do you know what the Xianling Emperor Pond is? Yu Xian also smiled, and then slowly stared at Xiao Yang. It is said that the Xianling Emperor Pond is a very special river. The water in the river can greatly increase the speed of cultivation, and even has many mysterious effects, but there is no doubt that it can be called a 6-star Do Emperor powerhouse. It's definitely not a nonsense. Xiao Yang also said according to what Xu Lao and himself had seen and heard. These are certainly true, but they are just the tip of the iceberg of this Xianling Emperor Pond. The real Xianling Emperor Pond actually takes the responsibility of cultivating the younger generation as its own mission. The Xianling Emperor Pond is divided into 2 layers. The first layer is soaking, so as to improve the cultivation speed of practitioners. Although it is very small, it also has its effect. As for the second floor, you can get baptism, so as to condense the prototype of the core. It will pave the way for you to step into the 6-star Do D strong in the future. Yu Xian laughed. The prototype of Doha. Xiao Yang's lips were also slightly dry. The prototype of the Do Nu means Xiao Yang is also clear about what it means. However, with the Do Nu, it means that he has become a Do Xian level powerhouse, and if the Do Nu prototype is condensed earlier, it will undoubtedly be even bigger. And this Xianling Imperial Pond, even the members of the Xianling Imperial family only know about it, not many. From ancient times to the present, only the Xianling king has entered the second floor of the Xianling Imperial Pond. Yu Xian also said. He smiled slowly. Mysterious Spirit Emperor Pond still has so many fans. Xiao Yan couldn't help but murmured. After all, this Xianling Imperial Pond is controlled by the Xianling Imperial family. Xiao Yan also knows very little about this information. Now it is much more convenient to have the guidance of this Yu Xian. Senior, could it be that there is some secret between the first and second floors of the Xianling Emperor Pond? Otherwise, how could only one person enter for thousands of years? Xiao Yan also found the problem and asked hurriedly. The predecessor of this Xianling Emperor Pond is a forbidden area for our Qinmu fish clan, so I know about it. I am afraid that no one in this world knows it better than me. Yu Xian also said confidently. The Xianling Emperor Pond is an extremely peculiar space. The flow of time inside is very slow. A month outside is enough to stay in it for a year, but it can't stay there for too long. After all, it will be rejected by the Xianling Emperor Pond. However, between the first and second floors of the Xianling Imperial Pond, ordinary people only know that the first floor of the Xianling Imperial Pond has various benefits, but no one knows the entrance to the second floor. So the rarity and entry conditions of this second floor are quite harsh. Yu Xian also said slowly. Harsh? Xiao Yang's complexion also became ugly. After all, he came to the Xianling Emperor Pond for the mysterious effect on the second floor of the Xianling Emperor Pond, which was enough to pave the way for the 6-star Do Emperor. Don't worry, you brat, since I have begged you, will naturally help you mercilessly about the secret of the Xianling Emperor Pond. After Yu Xian finished speaking, he also read, glancing at the Golden Dragon King next to him. He found that the most terrifying powerhouse at this time was also exuding a languid aura, but Yu Xian was not suspicious. After all, this Golden Dragon King had a great reputation. Since he agreed for himself, Yu Xian also felt relieved. Oh! Xiao Yan was also overjoyed when he heard this. Obviously, since this Xianling Emperor Pond is a forbidden place for the Qianmuyu clan, there is no one who knows better than this Yu Xuan. This Xianling Emperor Pond was originally a fairly ordinary river. Later, because a meteorite fell to the bottom, the Xianling Emperor Pond was formed. It's strange to say that the mysterious power scattered by this meteorite slowly dispersed in the river, thus forming the current Xianling Emperor Pond. The mysterious meteorite is located in the core area of the second floor of the Xianling Emperor Pond. And the benefits of cultivating on the second floor of the Xianling Emperor Pond will undoubtedly be even greater. Yu Xian also said slowly. A mysterious meteorite? What is it? It actually exudes enough power to condense the prototype of the Do Nu. Xiao Yang was also shocked, because even Xiao Yang knew the horror of such a thing, so he was right. The Xianling Emperor Pond's interest also grew. That meteorite, even I don't know what it is. However, I have a way for you to get close to the meteorite to find out. Yu Xian also smiled slowly. This video will end here.